just liked solving puzzles and asking questions. I like thinking I was working towards something bigger, which in a way I was, but it maybe didn't go how I thought. I wish on maybe some level I was more honest with myself about maybe how unhappy I was with elements of it. I would say focus on the skills that you have and you can develop. I did history of medicine. So it's like focus less on the history of medicine, but maybe focus on those soft skills and networks and some hard skills that enabled me to effectively research the history of medicine. Weirdly, this is so timely. Last Monday, my manager approached me and she said, "So we have this project and you're uniquely suited to do it because someone, her boss's boss was like, wait, he has a PhD. And then the ball rolled from there. So as of Monday, 90% of my work week is cleared to be working on this special project. And it's a big, 3 to 5 month long study, qualitative, quantitative. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is basically like a junior master's. I'm not doing a lit review, I'm doing an institutional review. Like there's like this like connective tissue between these things. So it's not purely academic, but anybody who's like looked at what I'm doing, like, oh, you can tell you were used to be an academic. But it's requiring like dedication, it's requiring like information literacy, it's requiring communication skills, it's requiring investigation, it's patterns, questions. It's less the title and less the letters and more the skills that you earn through blood, sweat, and tears from your doc. You could hire like a firm or a consultant or something like that, but then they don't know what we do. So they're just like, well, wait a minute. We're in this weird scenario where like this guy knows our business, has 5 years of experience, and also knows how to do like long research. And he like there's going to be surveys. He's going to be asking people. He can look at like a quantitative data. Yeah, I'm excited. And it was, to be fair, 5.5, 6 years ago, I was not thinking. I work at Empire Life. I was not thinking of life insurance. I was not thinking of security control. I was not thinking of data analytics or anything. Like I did like a very 20th century history of sexuality, examining through the lens of like mainstream and radical politics, like not connected at all. But what was connected was the skills that enabled me to, in theory, do well at both, like investigation, ask questions, et cetera, et cetera. After the PhD, I really struggled to find work. I probably sent out 300 resumes. I applied for everything I could, and I kept sinking and sinking and falling and falling. And then early pandemic, an opening happened where they were like, we need someone who like understands technology and someone with a background in training. I jumped at the training position, and that ironically drew on a lot of my experiences from like office hours and setting up syllabi and instruction and lecture. So all those skills that you develop kind of like in your PhD, that's not the doc. And then after 2 years there, a position opened up in security control, which is where I am right now, and I absolutely love it. All day, I just solve problems, and it's exciting in terms of like, wow, they're paying me for this. And then more recently, I was tapped for like that big project that I was talking about. So I think a lot of those skills too are ones that you kind of develop on your own, just kind of habits of success that eventually start to kind of accumulate that at the time, you rolled your eyes at, or you're just like, oh, this is so boring. But then later on, they really do serve you quite well.